Hello guys, and I am here for some awesome game day bingo action. Should be a lot of fun as we get after it in this upcoming game with a 60 ball or less minor jackpot sitting at $276. We also got that major prize at $2,959 at 50 balls or less and a $10,000 mega at 45 balls or less. I know I'm excited to get after it. These games, I'll be streaming the next 12 games to you live on the, not next 12, next 23 games to you guys live on the Pilot TVs. Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube live and Twitch. So hopefully you guys are checking out those streams. If you do, leave a little message. I'll shoot you out some luck as we get on after it in these awesome games. We are now in this game number 1 of Game Day Bingo. We'll see who could take home the awesome prize in this matchup. And as we do so, I would like to highlight some awesome prize winners, as we've been able to give out 16 jackpots over the last 7 days and 54 jackpots so far in this season 17. We did have one singular jackpot go out yesterday. That means even more great jackpots available for today. But that one singular jackpot went out to JP and DP. They were playing over McHugh's Grill and Bar, where they took home $6,867. Congratulations to you, JP and DP, in that fantastic win, as we hope to see you take home some more great prizes as we continue to compete in this matchup right here. We got Woodpile currently 10 balls away in this matchup. We'll see if any of them can take this awesome prize home in this fantastic matchup. As we continue to work through this game, I would like to give a quick shout out to our Facebook page. We'd love for you to search up Pilot Games and click on our logo. While on that page, leave us a little like and follow. And by doing that, you'll be able to stay updated with weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and more. You can also check out the website link on our Facebook page, which connects you to our link tree with all the info you need, including a bar location tab that opens up a map that shows you all the pinned locations where you can play Pilot Games. Our other social media links connect you to our Twitter as well as Instagram, and even more there as well. It really is just the hub of all things Pilot Games. We hope you guys check it out and stay involved. We do currently have 57 balls dropped in this game. That means we should be giving out this prize very, very soon, as we hope to give out, there it is, a minor jackpot. $277.87 going out in this game number 1 to Jay Habs over at the Eagles Albert Lay. Congratulations to you, Jay Habs, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo, as we now get enrolled into this game number 2 of Happy Hour Game Day Bingo action. In this game number 2, that minor jackpot will be reverting back to 52 balls or less, but the must-go prize that was already sitting at $77 is only going to continue to grow and roll into this matchup. Should be a fun. I'm expecting over a $100 prize on that must-go, and so get enrolled over the next 2 minutes to hope to be one of the awesome players to take that one home. As we get enrolled into this game, just 2 minutes for you to do so, I would like to highlight our daily bingo schedule, as we play a lot of great live bingo from noon to 10 p.m. every single day. We get every day started off at noon with Game Day Bingo running from noon to 1 p.m. as you work on a minor, major, and mega prize. Most of the time, it's a little wild-themed Game Day Bingo during that time. And Monday through Friday, I live host a lunchtime show during that time. At 1 o'clock, you then play a little Lucky 4 Bingo. Today, we tried to give out $100,000, and tomorrow, we'll also try and give out $100,000 at that 1 o'clock time, as it sits at $100,497 available at that 1 p.m. opportunity. From 1 all the way till 4, you'll continue to play more Game Day Bingo, once again working on the minor, major, and mega prize. As just 9 minutes ago, you guys actually played a matchup of Lucky 4 Bingo. That was a 4 p.m. Lucky 4 Bingo matchup in your last shot at that over 100 grand jackpot. but that does mean for some good fun on our Thursday. After that 4 p.m. game of Lucky 4 Bingo, you continue to play more Game Day Bingo that runs from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. Once again, working on that minor, major, and mega prize. At 6 o'clock, you then will play a little Pilot Payday. That will be the final game live that I'll be broadcasting with you guys, as we'll try and give out a $2,500 in the first Pilot Payday opportunity this week. It is only played on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Every other day, it is Lucky 4 Bingo at 6. But I really enjoy these Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays trying to give out these fantastic prizes. Pilot Payday, 10 cents a card for a $2,500 win. It's definitely a fun opportunity there. As we now continue to work through this game right here, we got 7 seconds before we are in this upcoming matchup. After the great live bingo that we'll be playing, that I'll be live hosting with you guys from 4 to 6, we'll then hop into more Game Day Bingo. They'll run from 6 all the way till 10 p.m. to finish off your night. Should be a lot of fun no matter what game you're playing throughout tonight, so hopefully you guys are enjoying some of this great live bingo action as we get on after it here. As we get after it, we have 10 balls dropped in this game. As we get after it, I would like to talk about some national days. As our first national day that we'll be getting after is National Library Shelfie Day. The fourth Wednesday in January offers a unique opportunity for book lovers on Library Shelfie Day. So maybe take a visit to your local library, get your reading on, and take a photo within all the great shelves and literary pieces that you can get into while being out there. It's definitely a fantastic opportunity there. You can also take one maybe in your home library. If you have your own collection of great books on a giant bookshelf, take a selfie with that as well and share your findings and maybe leave a few book recommendations while talking about it as well. As we get after it, I do want to talk about the best-selling book series of all time, fictional book series of all time, and that is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. The first book in the series, The Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, has sold more than 120 million copies. So maybe you need to own your own copy as we celebrate today. We do have Steve over the Boulevard Bar and Grill taking on $129 on that Must-Go win. Congratulations to you, Steve, on the double Must-Go prize. Minor jackpot clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less, and major prize clicking up from 50 to 51 balls or less. I'll be taking a break as you guys play through the next 2 games of Game Day Bingo, but I'll be back in just a little bit to give out more great Game Day Bingo prizes. Hello guys, and I am here for an awesome game of Game Day Bingo. Should be a lot of fun as we got a 58 ball or less minor jackpot at $211, a major prize of $3,130 at 51 balls or less, than a $10,000 mega at 45 balls or less. As we get after in this game, I would like to continue talking about National Library Shelfie Day, as we are talking about some of the most owned fictional books out there. The most owned fictional series is the Harry Potter series, but the most bought book is Don Quixote, which has sold over 500 million copies. Second is A Tale of Two Cities, with 200 million copies sold. Lord of the Rings, the book has sold 150 copies, and then The Little Princess has sold 142 copies. Then the next one up on the list is Harry Potter, The Philosopher's Stone, has sold 120 million copies. Very cool stuff. Fun that we get to highlight some good books on today, Library Shelfie Day. Moving on to our next national day. It is National Polka Dot Day. Display your fashion sense on January 22nd and celebrate National Polka Dot Day. The day also honors one of animation's most popular characters and fashion diva, Minnie Mouse. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight here on today. Good old polka dot. Polka dot refers to the fabric print with spots. The word first appeared in the 1857 Godey's Ladies Book, a women's magazine out of Philadelphia. Today, polka dots appear on more than just fabric. They're painted on walls and fingernails. You find them on pottery, phone cases, furniture, baked goods, and paper products. We wear them, walk on them, and display them. Polka dots are also Minnie Mouse's signature style. Her polka dots are usually white and set with a red background. However, she also appears in shades of pink. Other notable personalities that have worn the iconic polka dots include 1934 Shirley Temple seemed to be channeling Minnie Mouse in her frilly red and white polka dotted dress in Stand Up and Cheer. Marilyn Monroe played the girl in Seven Year Itch and wore a black on white polka dot dress. Julia Roberts rocked a white and brown polka dot dress in her star-launching film Pretty Woman. Artist Roy Lichtenstein used the Ben-Day process for printing and engraving in pop art, often found in comic book designs. A good old polka dot. We do have a winner here, though. We got a split win between Andy over at Spotlight Bar and Grill, Jade over at HR Pesties, Alpha Bane over at the Clive's Roadhouse Plain, and Bazinga over at Cowboy Jack's. Congratulations to all of our winners there, splitting up that awesome prize as we now get enrolled into this game right here. We got the minor jackpot now sitting at $263. 60 balls or less. We'll see if we can finally give it out in this matchup as it continues to grow as you get enrolled over the next 2 minutes. Back to polka dots, though. Artist Yayoi Kusama famously used polka dots in her paintings, sculptures, and other designs. So celebrate Minnie Mouse on this day. Wear polka dots. Wear them head to toe as an accent. Host a polka dot event such as a tea party, fashion show, or bake-off. Create polka dotted art. Share photos of your favorite polka dot design. And make sure you share them with us and let us see some of those awesome polka dot looks on today. Happy National Polka Dot Day. We got 1 minute and 20 seconds to get enrolled into this upcoming game. Minor jackpot closing in on $300 as we continue to grow that prize as we get enrolled. As we move on to our next national day, Celebration of Life Day. Celebration of Life Day on January 22nd honors the children and grandchildren who bring joy to our lives. The day is a reminder that each child and each life is to be a precious gift with the highest respect and dignity. Definitely a great one to be able to highlight. Children and grandchildren just bring so much joy. It's been really fun as, I was for for forever in my life was the youngest generation of my family. But now I've been able to watch some of my oldest cousins start to be able to create that next generation of kids. And their kids are just so adorable. They're so fun to be around. And the joy that they bring into the household are just unmatched. And so it's definitely a fun one to be able to highlight and just, give thanks to what children do for us in our lives and the joys that they bring. Not just children, but also grandchildren that are out there just making their grandparents happy. So it's a great one to be able to highlight here on today, Celebration of Life Day. Well, we are now in this next game, and I was right on the money. That minor jackpot got to $300. It's sitting at $300.43, 60 balls or less. Major prize is now at $3,201 at 51 balls or less, and the mega jackpot at 10 grand, 45 balls or less. If we do move past all of these jackpot prizes, we do have a nice Musco prize, sitting at $66.10 available here. As we get after it, I'll continue to highlight our national days. This next one is National Blonde Brownie Day. National Blonde Brownie Day recognizes the treat often referred to as the blondie. Almost everyone knows that a blonde brownie is similar to a chocolate brownie. In place of cocoa, bakers use brown sugar when making this delicious brownie, giving it a sweet tooth, satisfying molasses flavor. Most people like to add white chocolate or chocolate chips to their blonde brownie, or other things like nuts, toffee, or butterscotch. Blonde brownies are usually prepared unfrosted, as the brown sugar flavor tends to be sweet enough. These blondies are sometimes served at sundaes, often topped with caramel sauce. A delicious one to be able to highlight here. While enjoying a blonde brownie would count towards celebrating the day, that may be too simple. Blonde brownies also make a delicious addition to a layered trifle dessert. Add a scoop of ice cream to a freshly baked blondie and top it with your favorite syrup. If you prefer the lighter side, serve a blondie with a serving of fresh fruit. Pineapple, cherries, or apricots seem appropriate for this delicious dessert. Serve your blondie with tea, coffee, or hot cocoa. And of course, you can't enjoy them alone. You must extend an invitation to a friend or two. We do have Woodpile over at Haskell's taking home our win here. $66.10 being awarded to you, Woodpile, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. We'll now be getting enrolled into this next matchup. Minor prize will be clicking up from 60 to 62 balls or less. I'm feeling pretty confident at 62 balls or less that we'll be able to give this one out, as it is quickly growing as we get enrolled into this game. Already sitting at $370, and that's only going to keep on clicking up as we get enrolled. Major prize still looking great at 51 balls or less, and mega prize at 45 balls or less. But highlighting the awesome blondie on today is definitely a fun one to be able to highlight, as blondies are so delicious. The blonde brownie, definitely a good one. That is not to be mistaken with the cookie bar, which many people may think is the same thing. Actually, it is not. I know I thought it was just the same thing, a blondie and a cookie bar. But really, a cookie bar, it's just the difference is in the sugar that you use. Cookie bar uses a white sugar, closer to represent a cookie, especially a sugar cookie. If you're going for a little bit of a mix, sometimes you'll see a half and half brown sugar, white sugar. But with that blondie, you're going to be using the amazing brown sugar to create that more molasses flavor in that awesome dessert. Definitely a delicious one to be able to highlight. So happy National Blonde Brownie Day, Celebration of Life Day, Polka Dot Day, and Library Shelfie Day. We hope that you guys can enjoy some of those amazing national days as we get after it right here in this game. 40 seconds before we get enrolled into this upcoming matchup, and as we do so, I would like to talk a little bit about some Minnesota Vikings news, as we solidified one coach for the near future, as Kevin O'Connell agrees to a multi-year contract extension with the Vikings. O'Connell and the Minnesota Vikings have agreed to a multi-year extension. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero reported on Tuesday that the team announced the pact shortly thereafter. Kevin is exactly who we believed him to be when we named him as our head coach. An innovative play caller, an excellent communicator, and a strong leader who motivates and connects with his players, Vikings owner/president Mark Wolf said in a statement. He continued with, he has helped establish a culture that positions us for sustainable success, and he will continue to set the standard we need to as we pursue a championship as Vikings fans. Absolutely great stuff there. Kevin O'Connell spoke on January 6th that I would love to be the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings. I love our ownership. We have a great relationship with our ownership. Feel so fortunate. Like I said, not only the way they support us and believe in us, but also the impact they have on our players, our locker room, and ultimately where we all want to go together. Feel very, very great about that. Absolutely fantastic stuff, and he deserves his flowers. He has went in his 3 seasons as head coach, 34-17, making 2 playoff appearances out of his 3 seasons, each getting bowed out at the wild card round, but I do think there's improvement there. He just went 14-3 in this last season, earning the 2nd most wins in franchise history and tying for the most victories ever for a non-number 1 seed. However, they lost to the Rams, exiting the season with 2 straight losses in humbling fashion. It does look to be an interesting offseason for us, but the coaching outlook is looking better and better, as Brian Flores looks like he might have to take a little U-turn, as for a matter of minutes on Wednesday, Vikings fans believe defensive coordinator Brian Flores would return to the Purple team in 2025 after the New York Jets hired Aaron Glenn, not Flores, as their next coach. All teams that interview Flores appear to be hiring other candidates or trending in the opposite direction. Before we talk more about that, we do have our winner here. $430.38 getting split up between Denise and Woodpile. Denise over at The Great Escape in Minnesota Lake and Woodpile over at Haskell's. Great job to both of you. Each getting to take home $215 and and a few cents on that as well. Great job to both of you guys as we now get a chance at a double must-go opportunity in this upcoming game. Should be a lot of fun as we get after it, as that must-go prize continues to grow in this upcoming matchup as I continue to talk about our Minnesota Vikings as we play Vikings-themed Game Day Bingo. But unexpected news for coming out of Jacksonville Jaguars camp. The Jaguars fire general manager Trent Balak, blowing their head coaching search to smithereens. Jaguars and GM Trent Ballock are parting ways, reporter Ian Rappaport ended up tweeting. Jacksonville owner Shad Khan said about the move following several discussions with Trent Ballock this week, we both arrived at the conclusion that it was in our mutual best interest to respectfully separate. Effective immediately. Trent leaves us with my deepest appreciation for his effort over the last 5 seasons. Definitely interesting, as the Jacksonville's head coach search had previously advanced to round 2 without Flores, but without a GM, all bets are off. Flores now has the punter's chance to earn Jacksonville's head coaching job, especially if he's in search for a full-time general manager takes longer than a day or so. Of course, there's no guarantee that Flores is the Jaguars' top candidate, so Vikings fans will have to monitor the Flores sweepstakes even more intently than before. Definitely an interesting one. Flores has stated that he does want to wait for the proper opportunity, and so that does change things up a bit. Dallas Cowboys, Las Vegas Raiders, and New Orleans Saints are also looking for new head coaches, although Flores has not interviewed for these positions. So, interesting spot for us. I do hope that we get to bring Flores back and bring some more stability to that front office. But definitely quick change around, as I thought that really we had gotten Flores back in the bag for us. But it does look like he will be maybe in the search for that Jaguars job, and that may change things up for us. We'll see how it all goes down. But while you're getting after it, make sure you guys send some luck out to our Minnesota Vikings, as big fans of our Vikings, and you can send some luck out to them by playing the great E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the Skull bonus round. See if you can take home some awesome, great jackpot prizes. Few other little notes for our Vikings is 3 Vikings could be in line for contract extensions. Andrew Van Ginkel, he signed a 2-year deal for $20 million last spring, so he still has 1 more year on his deal. But I think he played good enough to deserve an extension. Probably the more question mark player, and this kind of matters on what happens with Brian Flores, is Josh Metellus, as he should be earning a raise after playing some fantastic minutes with Flores as one of the better options in that defense, being a Swiss Army knife. But how does he look in a different style defense if we don't have Brian Flores? That definitely changes the outlook. And last up is Josh Oliver. I think he was kind of a surprise free agent move, but he's ended up playing some pretty important snaps for us, especially last season with TJ Hawkinson being out. He's been the true blue number 2 tight end for us. He's a great blocker, opens up a lot of run lanes for us, and I think that definitely helps, especially protecting from those dominant edge defenders. So, great stuff for our Vikings. Hopefully you guys can send some luck out to them, as we will be giving out a double must-go prize here, $154. Let's see which one of our lucky players can get that lucky ball to fall. As Smiles over at the Belchester Tavern takes home $154. Congratulations to you, Smiles, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo, as you guys now get enrolled into this next matchup. I'll be taking a break as you guys play through the next 2 games of Game Day Bingo, but I'll be back in just a little bit to give out more great bingo prizes. Hello guys, and I am back for more of this awesome game day bingo action. Should continue to have a lot of fun here as we got that awesome minor jackpot at 58 balls or less, $223. Major prize sitting at $3,484, 51 balls or less, and the mega jackpot of $10,161 at 46 balls or less. I know I am excited to see which one of our great players can end up taking home these prizes as we work into this game number 11 of Game Day Bingo action. As we get after it in this game, I would like to highlight the two winners from the games I ended up missing out on, as we saw some nice prizes go out in those games I missed. The first one was a prize that went out to Patty over at the Our Social on Main. They took home $33 in that great win. Congratulations to you, Patty. We then saw another great win. Go out in that following game as we saw split up between two different players. Player over at Lyle Liquor and Mojojo over at Monty Sports Bar. They split up a prize of $40 over $41, getting split up between those two players. Great job to both of them. We actually had player take home 2 wins in that one, as 2 of their cards were able to get a win there. I mean, they took home $27.66, as Mojo Joe took home $13.83. But great job to all of our winners and players that were getting after it in that game, as I'll continue to highlight our great players, as I actually want to highlight the players that have been earning the most Game Day Bingo wins so far this season, as we have a great Game Day Bingo standings I'd love to highlight. Starting off with our 10th place spot in these Game Day Bingo standings, we got Big Rob over at HR Pesties, Maggie over at Lyle Liquor, Guys over at the Lookout Bar and Grill, and Woodpile over at Haskell's. We've seen Woodpile take home a few wins here today. They've all sit with 12,000 points in 10th place. With 13,000 points in 9th place, we got Lucky Rosie over at Moe's. Lucky Rosie should have been passed already by Woodpile, who's already gotten a few wins today, but I haven't updated the standings just yet. We do have a two-way tie in 7th place. That's between Buy Bitcoin over the Full Tilt Tavern and Billy over at the Rocky Ledge Resort, both with 16,000 points. That's how we head into our top 5, as our 5th place spot is a two-way tie. But before I get into our top 5, let's see who takes home this awesome Musco prize, as $54.60 is going out to Beanie over at the Commander Bar JJ's Pub at Breezy Point. Congratulations to you, Beanie, as we now get enrolled into this next game, Minor Jackpot. Going to be clicking up from 58 to now 60 balls or less. You'll be able to take home that Minor Jackpot if you just take it home in the same exact ball count we saw this Musco prize go out. So we'll see if we can do it right here as we get enrolled over the next 2 minutes. As you get enrolled, I'm going to continue highlighting the great Game Day Bingo standings. As we then got in our 5th place spot, a two-way tie in the player standings between 6'9" T-Bird over at the Lookout Bar and Grill and Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. They both sit with 17,000 points. With 18,000 points in 4th place, we have Not Sure over at the Montego Blue, as Brother Nate at the Chart House sits in 3rd place with 29,000 points. With 30,000 points in 2nd place, we have Cheese over at the Beartown Lounge, as our number 1 player is Call Me Jen over at JR Mac with 48,000 Game Day Bingo points right there. Congratulations to you, Call Me Jen, and all of those awesome players. Now on to the location side of those standings as we work through this game. 10th place, we got Danny's Dugout. They sit with 27,000 points in 10th place. With 30,000 points, we actually have a two-way tie, the only tie in these location standings, as they both sit with 30,000 points in 8th place, HR Pesties and the Log Cabin Bar and Emily. The Riverboat Depot sits only 1,000 points ahead of that tie with 31,000 points in 7th place. As only 1,000 points ahead of 7th place is Haskell's in 6th with 32,000 points. With 36,000 points in 5th place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. As our 4th place location is the Beartown Lounge. They sit with 37,000 points. With 39,000 points, starting off our top 3 locations, we got the Chart House in 3rd. Second place is the Lookout Bar and Grill with 52,000 points, as J.R. Mack sits in first place with 61,000 game day bingo points right there. Congratulations to you, J.R. Mack, and all of those awesome locations, earning a boatload of points throughout this season. As we continue to work through this season, this game day bingo action right here, attributing to this season of game day bingo action,